Hello everybody, my name is Joshua and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Coffee, Cats, and King, where we will discuss books, both new and old. I will share with you pictures of my cats will make you wish they were your cats, and I will drink enough coffee for me and everybody watching. You've seen my mug, my shirt. I don't know if I've worn. It's one of my old Jimi Hendrix shirts. Let's see what I have for you today. I have some really awesome cat footage, so let's go on and get to that. So Havoc has decided to help me put together our new weight rack. He's currently teaching me how to use the rubber mallet. Can I use this? Oh, okay. Go ahead. Show me, buddy. Show me how to use it. Teaching me how to use the rubber mallet. Yeah. I think you're supposed to use the other end. Well, you're the expert. And I have another huge vintage horror book haul. 41 books this time. Yes, again, I just bought books, just had a book haul not long ago, just finished saying I wasn't going to get any more. Let's be honest, we go through this all the time, every one of us on BookTube. You say you're not going to get any more books, and then you order 100 more books. So, it's okay, we're all liars, we can't help ourselves, it's an impulse thing. You know, when you're into books, there's nothing you can do about it. You see a cool book, you gotta have it. So, this is a mix of a couple different lots that I found on eBay. So, some of them are vampire themed, some of them are just old school paperbacks from hell style. A few of them are kind of hidden gems that I haven't seen before. So, let's go on and get into it. So, first up is this big guy here. Now, I thought I was getting a normal sized book. Very clearly, I was wrong, but still really excited about it. This is Great Tales of Horror and Suspense. It has an awesome cover. I mean, just really cool. I want you to be able to see some of the details in there. And really, really cool cover. And what's neat is it has illustrations all throughout, these gorgeous illustrations throughout. And I picked this up on eBay for $5. Really excited about this. It's a great display piece, and I know there's going to be some awesome stuff in there. Okay, next I have Peter Crowther's The Longest Single Note. Great cover. Don't know anything about this book. Oh, awesome. Okay, a shape-shifting serial killer in a dead of night police station. Two survivors of an apocalyptic plague wandering the near deserted highways. A student who unlocks a doorway to another world but gets his arm stuck. So this is a collection of short stories by Peter Crowther. So that should be pretty cool. This is Richard Matheson's I Am Legend. And it appears that before I've even gotten to it, one of the cats has gotten to it. You can see he's very helpfully chewed up the end of this book, but that's okay because this actually has the movie cover anyway. I'm not a huge fan of movie covers. It's nice as a reading copy, I guess, but I'll probably end up replacing it later anyhow. Speaking of movies, this is Seth Grahame-Smith's Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter, which is both a movie and a book. I have read the book before. I really enjoyed it, but I don't have a copy anymore, so I'm kind of happy to have it. And I laughed because inside, as a bookmark, someone was using a Chick-fil-A Eat More Chicken little placeholder there. We have another vampire novel here. This is Jemiah Jefferson's Fiend. I know this is a vampire novel. I've never read anything by Jemiah Jefferson. Okay, this is Megan Kelly Hall, Sisters of Misery. It says, some girls have everything, then there are the jealous ones. It takes place in Massachusetts. Well, Massachusetts town. It's a place where status is everything, especially at Hawthorne Academy, ruled by a secret clique of popular, powerful girls known as the Sisters of Misery. 15-year-old Maddie Crane has done her best to fit in, mostly for her mother's sake. But then her beautiful cousin arrives in town, stirring envy and suspicion, and setting in motion a terrible sequence of events. Because Hawthorne is a town filled with secrets, and they are coming to light again. This is a very well-known vampire novel. This is Elizabeth Kostova's The Historian. And this is a rather thick book, tiny text, and it is over 900 pages. So don't expect me to get to that one anytime soon. Okay, next up, I've never seen anyone talk about this book before. This is Robert Calder's The Dogs. Great cover. Great cover. And this is about a guy who breeds some exceptionally strong, exceptionally dangerous dogs as an experiment, and surprise, surprise, they get loose and cause all sorts of mayhem. So I'm thinking Cujo times, 8 or 10 dogs. So that should be interesting. Okay, this is another very well-known vampire novel that I have never read. This is Kim Newman's Anno Dracula. And I know that there are a bunch of books that are sort of based around this world now. But again, I've never picked it up. I actually don't read a whole lot of vampire fiction, although I should read more. I enjoy it, I don't. I think maybe I burnt myself out on it for a while, but it's been a long time, so I'm going to get back into it. Oh yeah, I picked up some books that were part of they were sold as an ecological horror lot. So this is Michael Mannion's Death Cloud. Which is about these evil black clouds come in from the west and hang stagnant in the sky. They appeared even when the sun was out, making its rays burn rather than warm. When these clouds mixed with the thick autumn fog, catastrophe struck. Beware the death clouds. In that same lot, I got Donald Thompson's The Ancient Enemy. And I was really excited about this one. This one was actually on my list to buy. This is about cockroaches who gain some level of intelligence, and you know what? Cockroaches outnumber us by an insane number. So if they were to become intelligent enough, we'd be in trouble. And I'm going to find out how much trouble when I read Ancient Enemy. Okay, we have Michael Tobias's Fatal Exposure. So this is about a massive hole in the ozone layer that opens up, and basically the world is a giant, flaming, melting pot of insanity. This one has a really cool cover. I love this cover. This is Eric Nilsson's Cyclone. I don't think I need to tell you what this book is about, but awesome cover. I have Claire McNally, There He Keeps Them Very Well. And this is one of those sort of V.C. Andrews books, where I don't know, I don't know if it's the same artist or not, but it's definitely very reminiscent. Next up we have Robert Conley's Brass. and I'd heard about this before. I wanted to pick up a copy. This book is about an ancient Cherokee evil haunting this town. It is a creature that takes virtually any form, and it is back. It's going after some certain people in this town, and I thought it'd be really cool because it takes some, some Native American mythology and puts that in there. I don't know how well he did it. It could be very over the top and ridiculous, but it's been on my radar for a while, and I'm glad that I was able to find it. Okay, moving along, we have another short story collection, an anthology actually. This is Martin H. Greenberg putting together Villains Victorious. So of course you have your quintessential devil figure on the front there. Okay, so I think I've confessed on here before, but I have never read Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire. And now I don't have an excuse because I have this lovely copy here that looks as though it has never been read. In addition to that, I ended up with 3 more Anne Rice novels. I don't know where they sit in the Anne Rice realm, her universe. I'll have to look around and find out, but I also got Pandora, Lasher, which has the cover that opens up, and a really gorgeous little painting there, and Merrick. Continuing with the vampire motif, I have this anthology edited by Marvin Kaye. This is The Vampire Sextet. Really lovely cover there as well. This is a Whitley Strieber. I haven't read anything from Whitley Strieber in a long time. This is The Last Vampire. And it looks like it says the eternal story continues in the best-selling sequel to Whitley Strieber's horror classic, The Hunger. Crap. Haven't read The Hunger. So, I guess I'll be setting this aside until I get The Hunger. Or, if any of you have read Whitley Strieber's The Hunger, before I buy it, please tell me below whether it is worth me purchasing or whether I should just get rid of that sequel there. Okay, these are 2 more that look like they go together. It's from the same author. This is Mary Ann Mitchell with Sips of Blood and Quenched. And these books I have heard some about, and I was kind of excited to get them. These are about Marquis de Sade, who is a real person, and I've read some of his work. It's incredibly disturbing, but in this case, Mary Ann Mitchell turns him into this everlasting vampire, and that's about all I know, but it was enough to intrigue me. Okay, I think I'd like to say that we are through the vampire stuff, and on to some of the ones that I was just really excited about. This is more of the vintage paperbacks from hell style, and there are some in here that I've never seen anyone talk about, never seen before, period. This one included. This is Gordon McGill's Stallion. Man, what a cover. Awesome. Awesome. So, this is about an American named Tom McAvoy. His family arrives in England to start a new life breeding and training horses. But there, beyond the edges of their farm, something is waiting. Something that calls their prize filly. Something that calls to their teenage daughter. A galloping nightmare that is somehow connected to the strange deaths in the village. A seductive force that is bending the will of their only daughter. An undying horror too terrible to imagine and too powerful to resist. Stallion. It's coming to take you. So, like I said, never seen anything about that book before, but I'm really excited for it. This is another one. I knew as soon as I saw the cover I had to have this, and once I actually read what it was about, I was even more excited. This is Tom Townsend's Panzer Spirit. And you see the figure there. This is not about Nazi zombies or ghost Nazis or anything like that. This is actually about the specter of an old World War II Nazi tank. And the tank starts showing up at first just as a sort of after image that people catch in photographs, and as it's seen more and more, it becomes more real and becomes more dangerous. And so this is very interesting in that it was described to me more as historical suspense with paranormal elements, because there are no ghosts except for the tank, just the tank. So very interesting. Never heard of anything like it. I'm very excited to get to it. This one is sort of a science fiction horror. This is Tim Sullivan's The Parasite War, and it's got a really cool cover. I wish it had a wraparound. I was kind of expecting to have a wraparound actually, but it's got a really cool cover. It says, "The day before doomsday, the survivors call them colloids, a parasitic alien life form that feeds on human hosts. Their silent invasion has left the great cities of the world in ruins, transforming people into wild animals reduced to living in sewers, scouring the deserted streets for food, and bartering their ravaged bodies for weapons. Now one haunted Vietnam vet and an extraordinary woman named Jo have declared war on the invisible scourge. But even they are unprepared for the nightmare that looms on the horizon, an inescapable onslaught of unearthly terror that will eclipse all that came before." So, like I said, it is billed as science fiction, but it is obviously very much a horror at heart, and I'm excited for it because I love alien invasion novels. Okay, this one has an absolutely gorgeous cover. This is P.D. Razi's Waltz with Evil. So first of all, just a beautiful, beautiful cover. And again, just a novel that I've never heard anything about. To give you a quick idea, it seems as though this woman was, she was drowned, possibly on purpose, possibly on accident. But she wakes up, realizes she's been buried for years, stumbles back to her old mansion that a new family is living in, and decides that the little boy there must be her boy, and she is going to get him back. This is another one that sounded so unique. I'd never heard anything like it. This is Brent Monahan's Satan's Serenade. And this is about a struggling opera singer who is about to throw in the towel, call it quits, and instead he meets this beautiful young woman who is just his perfect partner. They complement each other so well, and they start making this beautiful music together. But as it turns out, she is some strange type of succubus, and it's kind of up to him to escape her grasp. But in doing so, he knows that he is going to ruin his career and his life, and everything that he's built for himself. I've read succubus stories before, but the opera take on it was just very interesting. So I'm excited to see what happens with that one. Okay, these next few go together, and this is going to make Richard very happy, because this is John Saul's Blackstone Chronicles, and it is a 6-part little mini series here. So I'm just going to quickly show you every cover, because every cover is just a little bit different, and has, to my understanding, some sort of symbol or item for that particular part of the serialization that matters, you know, to that part. So it's a 6-part thing. All of them are very quick, little novella length, and I've heard a lot of people say really great things about them. including Richard from Argument to Horror. So I'm excited, and I got the whole 6-part collection for $5, so that was really cool. Moving on here, I have these two go together, and I'm pretty bummed about it, but this is Claire McNally with Ghost House Revenge, and just an absolutely incredible cover. I mean, look at that, guys. That does not look like a painting at all, does it? And Ghost Light. So, the reason this bums me out is because I was really excited to jump into this quick series, and then I realized I didn't buy Ghost House, which is the first of this little trilogy. So, until I find a copy of Ghost House, they have to sit there and look pretty and make me sad. So, I did pick up another one by Claire McNally, though, with another gorgeous cover. This is What About the Baby? And again, I mean, just the artistry. I don't know who did the artwork for these, but man, super, super talented. I'm going to have to find out. Okay, 3 to go, guys. This next one is by Garfield Reeves Stevens. This is Dreamland. And I don't think I need to say it, but this is very clearly about some sort of amusement park. I love stuff that takes place in an amusement park, carnival kind of setting, horror that takes place in that setting. So I'm really excited about that one. This one is, I believe, it was described to me as a science fiction horror again. This is Coil by Ren Warham. It says, Ren Warham weaves a tale laced with gang crime, underground body mod shops, and shocking murder. It's futuristic crime noir that will shock you. So, a little different, but really excited to see where that one takes me. And then the final book in this haul. I saved this one for last because I was really excited about it. So, I have expressed to you guys before that I have tried reading Ramsey Campbell on a couple of occasions, and his work never seems to work out for me. I just can't get into it. It's something about his style just doesn't work for me. I decided to give it one more try, though. And so this is very special. This is Ramsey Campbell's The Influence. It's got an awesome cover with the, flip open there to this great cover there. And what's exciting about this one is that, ignore my neighbors please, what's exciting about this one is that it is signed by Ramsey Campbell. And it is in gorgeous condition. So, I got this because I want to give him one more chance. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get the signed copy, very special, and either this will be the book that turns me on to Ramsey Campbell and I will keep it, and the first book that brings me to him will be a signed edition, or I will read it, very quickly realize it is not going to work for me, and this will be joining my next giveaway. So someone could potentially win a signed Ramsey Campbell. So, there you go, guys. That is the next big vintage horror book haul. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure that a bunch of these have been read by you in the past. I would love to hear what you thought of them, which ones you think I should jump into first. And I'm really excited, as always, really overwhelmed. I always do this to myself. I buy a bunch of books, I'm so excited about them, and then before I even get to half of them, I'm buying more. So, but that's it, guys. Again, I'm sorry about the neighbors. They're super loud and aggravating, and I don't know what else to say. I apologize. But have a great day. Hopefully you're in a quiet, happy, peaceful environment where people who cannot hold a tune are not trying to sing "Please Save Me." Please. Cheers.